how to systematize your video creation process. Now, whether you're just starting and you want to take it more seriously, or maybe you've been doing video for a little bit of time and you're ready to scale, this video is for you. Now, I have a couple things to get you going as it relates to actually organizing and streamlining your entire video creation, and it starts here. Identify and hire a team. Now, like I said, wherever you're starting from, when you start to take it more seriously or you want to scale things, you're going to need people in place to help you stay consistent and keep you stable. Now, that could be maybe you're bringing in a videographer once a month or every 2 months, and he's producing or he's filming all the videos for you in batch. Maybe that's what you're doing. He's crushing the lighting, the audio, the composition. Maybe that's what you need the most help with, is actually filming. Maybe it's editing, which you shouldn't be doing any editing whatsoever if you're a realtor, unless you're extremely passionate about it and you genuinely enjoy loving it. But it's a time suck for sure, and it's very hard to learn. So establishing a solo editor or an agency to work alongside regularly is extremely important. Extremely important. Somebody you can rely on, you can communicate with, who's trustworthy, can adhere to deadlines, is independent in that sense. You want to find a good editor or an editing team. Maybe you want to hire a VA or a social media manager to help with the organizing and the managing of all this content. You have all these videos coming in on a regular basis. It's so hard to keep track of. It's so hard to schedule things out intermittently. So maybe you bring on someone to organize and schedule all that out and do the distribution for you. Maybe you want to hire a graphic designer to do all your thumbnails. Maybe you don't want to spend time doing thumbnails. Maybe you don't have that creative bone in you to create effective thumbnails. So maybe that's who you bring in. It looks different for everyone. Point being, you need to be taking video more seriously by identifying and hiring a team. That's a huge first component to really doing this thing, because it's hard to do alone, and that will lead to burnout if you do it alone. You can start alone, but it's hard to continue doing it alone. Now, the next thing I want to go over is actually the software we're in right now. It's Trello. I want you guys to download this free CRM and customize it into your video workflow. Now, if you go to the first line in our description of this video, you can check out our community. All of our resources, including a template for this video workflow portal, is in there. So if you want to go check it out, check the link in our description and you can go in there and you can download the resource. Now, I'll zoom out and show you this. Now, I use Trello for all of my agency accounts, and I have a general workflow. Everyone's portal is a little bit different because sometimes people go in and they customize it, or they just have a different way that they think about things, and that's totally okay. But the general workflow kind of looks like this. And I'm just going to show you this really quick, but I say all this to say, if you're consistently filming videos, you're always going to be having ideas. You're going to have videos that maybe you start shooting and then you scrap or you put to the wayside. And I want a one-stop shop to keep everything in-house. Your graphic designer can get access to this, your social media manager, your editor. Everyone can get access to this portal and see when things are being scheduled, when things are going live. I'll go through this really quick. I have my strategy over here, my idea list. I have buckets of content in here. I have so much stuff in here. This is all kind of old, but idea phase, I have individual video ideas that made it out of our buckets of content, and I'm workshopping them. I'm scripting them. I'm outlining them. This is what I'm doing right now. I filmed these 4 today, and I moved them over here, and I'm currently filming this one. And then I have, when a video gets edited, we move them over here. So a video gets edited, we move them over here. And then you can take it a step further, which I don't currently do on my personal channel, but I do for all my agency accounts, is once a video is edited, I'll throw a date on it. So like at the posting of this video, this might go live 2025, 11/18, which is tomorrow from, I don't know when this will go live. This might be after 11/18 when this video goes live, but from the time of filming, this is the date. So you can start dating them once they get edited and they're approved. Then you could put dates on them. This could be 11/25. So, when videos are going live, your social media manager can look at the dates, or they can put the dates in and then help them with their scheduling. So a lot of things you can do with you and the team in here. And then, we have a bunch of resources over here that, your team can have access to: branding guidelines, editing assets, B-roll, YouTube description templates. Point being, this is an awesome free software. And if you want to rip and use our template that we use for all of our clients, it does look a little bit different than this. Check out the description below. Now, let me punch back in here real quick. Whoops. Let's punch back in here. It's always tricky zooming in on this. Okay, so that's Trello. Highly recommend getting that to organize everything you're doing when it comes to video. That'll be super helpful. And then lastly, frame.io. So let me actually pull up Frame. So this is a video editing software that, again, you and the team have access to. And let me sign in here real quick. Get me in there. Hang tight, y'all. We're going through the portal. So I'll go through one of our client accounts. I have multiple Frame accounts, but I'll use this one right here. So this software is amazing. And I have my full editing team on here. So I have 4 people who have access to all of our frames. It's called frame.io. And all of our editors know which accounts they're working out of, and they're operating out of these folders. So like this is Alex's folder, for example. And here's the dates that all these videos are going live. And here's an example. So this says 128, but we actually bumped it up. So we had to edit it earlier. That's why the date's a little bit off on this one. But point being, what I do is I upload the recording files, anything we film, the voiceover, the on camera. I put all of the contents for the video into this folder. My editors can go in there. They can download them, throw them in the timeline, edit the videos. Now, the cool thing is they'll upload version 1 of the first draft into Frame. And I'll show you how this works. It's really cool. So basically, like you can see the video here, and then you can see here, I put notes for timestamps. So like, for example, I gave them a note here. The CTAs want to move to Florida. My details are in the description. So I said, what did I say here? I said Sarasota, not Florida, and contact instead of my. So just some suggestions or notes that I had for the video. And I can comment any revisions or feedback I have in basically real time on the timestamp. So they can go to 38, 22 seconds, and they could see where I gave them feedback. So this is a really efficient and seamless software that once you start doing video more seriously, you can work with the team, the editing team on. And I'm telling you, this is going to save you so much time, so much headache, and it's really going to streamline things. So this is like the best software. This is the absolute GOAT. And yeah, highly recommend checking out Frame. Shout out to frame.io. Now, this is the bare bones, simple version of systematizing your video creation process. If you can get a system in place with a team, have Trello set up for your team, have Frame set up for your team, you're going to be thriving. That is enough to do video every single week for an entire year. You have everything in place. There's no guesswork. You have guidelines for the team. Everything's operating and moving cohesively, and videos are going live. You're marketing your business and ultimately growing it. If you're enjoying these types of videos, please subscribe to our channel. We highly encourage you to support the mission of getting every realtor in the entire nation on YouTube. I'll see y'all in the next one.